What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Oscar's Cozy Corner. Tomorrow is finally the day. It is update day for part 2 of the Storybook Vale, and this update is called The Unwritten Realm. Even though it wasn't that long ago that we did get an update, it's just been about 3 weeks since we got the Mysteries of Skull Rock. We are finally getting the conclusion to the story for DLC number 2, and hopefully our first little glimpse at DLC number 3, but the jury is still out on that one. We did in fact get the patch notes for this update yesterday from Gameloft. Now we're going to take a quick look at those. I did break those down on my stream yesterday. We took a more detailed look at them, so I'll pop a link to that somewhere up here. But other than that, we are going to take a quick look through them and talk about the dream style that they mentioned for Aurora. So they do tell us that we will be getting a new look for Aurora with the update as part of some sort of quest by the look of it. So we'll just have a little explore as to what we could be seeing on that front and what she might actually get as a dream style. But with that being said, let's just take a super quick look at the patch notes, see what they said. There's really not that much to go through, and then we'll have a little discussion. All right, so here we go. These are the patch notes that they posted yesterday for the Unwritten Realm. One thing I did want to point out is there seems to have been an ever so slight change in language with how they're referring to this update. So in the developer showcase preview, you will see that this update was actually called the Unwritten Realms. And they do actually say the Unwritten Realms during the showcase as well. They actually say the S. That's important to me, because then when we go back to the patch notes, we can see that it's been tweaked to be the Unwritten Realm. So I don't know, I just find that personally a little bit interesting. I wonder if they were trying to lower expectations because the Unwritten Realm sounds like we're going to be going to multiple places, whereas in fact, I do just think we are going to be visiting one place tomorrow. I could be wrong on that, of course, we won't know until we find out, but I just found the language swap a little bit interesting there. Maybe it was just a genuine mistake, but who knows? Coming down to the most interesting part, of course, is the new content. Now, I will say this does feel a little bit light. I spoke about this in detail on my stream yesterday. I'm not sure. I feel like they don't want to spoil the story in some ways, which is absolutely fine. I get that. Considering they sold us the DLC in the showcase as being like 2 equally weighted parts, that's why they split it into 2 parts rather than the 3 acts that we saw with Eternity Isle and A Rift in Time. I don't know. I hope that the story feels a little bit longer. Like there's no mention of like just standard stuff. Like even the video I did the other day, there's no mention of stuff like new craftables, being able to sort of craft the L couches that are in the crafting or collections menu, but unable to craft. There's no like path mentions. There's no, I don't know. There's just not mentions, I guess, of stuff that I would be expecting to see in patch notes, because patch notes generally give you a list of the things that they will be updating or the things that you will be getting in terms of new content. But this particular set of patch notes just reads like marketing spiel to me almost. I don't know, spiel sounds a bit harsh, but even like this point here, discover what Maleficent and Hades have hidden up their sleeves. Okay, well, that's not a patch note because that's not a note of any sort. That is just general marketing speak for the game. Like, I'm not mad at it, but it doesn't feel like patch notes. It just feels like here's some bullet points of things you can expect that are not really even notable, I suppose. Anyway, that's me getting on my soapbox a little bit. But the one thing I did want to point out here was venture into the pages of a storybook to uncover Aurora in an enchanting dream style in addition to her regular look. Now, I do actually think that sounds quite fun. Venture into the pages of a storybook. They've been doing sort of like realms and mini realms really well recently. I really loved the sort of like cutscene where we went, I can't remember what it was called. We went up the sandstorm with Aladdin on the magic carpet. The animation on that, the actual like graphics looked really good. So I'm hoping that they can pull something off with this kind of like going into the page of a storybook that feels, I don't know, feels really high quality, I suppose. Because in the past, sometimes the cutscenes have been a little lackluster if we even get them at all. So I do hope that they do something fun with that. But obviously the thing that I want to pick up on is uncover Aurora in an enchanting dream style in addition to her regular look. So I think there, the wording to me sounds a little bit like the enchanting dream style is going to be the outfit she comes in when we rescue her, and then she will also have an additional outfit, which then makes me think, and I spoke about this on stream yesterday, and I said I don't think that they would show Aurora in the preview, and we have kind of seen Aurora in the preview in her pink outfit, in her pink gown, if she wasn't going to be in that. But then the wording of this actually makes me wonder if, in addition to her regular look, is going to be Briar Rose, the Briar Rose dress, and then Aurora in an enchanting dream style. That to me sounds like it's the pink dress, and even possibly a combination or a color moving dress between pink and blue, because obviously we know there is the whole pink versus blue aspect to it. So I do think off the back of that, I think Aurora's dream style or her regular look, I don't know, they're using them interchangeably. I think her regular standard look is going to be this Briar Rose look. In some other games, this is actually called like her rags look, which feels a little bit harsh. I actually think this is a pretty dress. It's fitted, it looks very cute, it looks well put together. I know that a lot of players have been asking for this, and I did think we might get this as a possible player outfit at some point. And I mean, that's still the case. We do have Ariel's pink gown as both, so we could see this come to the premium shop as a player outfit. But I do think this is probably going to be Aurora's regular look. I think the headband is cute. I think that they can pull this off really nicely. And then it makes more sense that the special dream style that comes with the quest line or whatever it is that we end up doing is going to be the pink and or blue dress. We'll talk about that now. So Aurora does really wear a blue dress for the majority of the film outside of that Briar Rose outfit, which does eventually get transformed into pink while they are doing their first dance, which I think is very cute. I love this dress. I think it's super, super pretty. I do think that there is an opportunity for Gameloft to do something quite fun here with the dream style. I do wonder if it will be a color changing dress, but like I said, I'm trying to keep my hopes down because I think if you go in with low expectations, you can't be too disappointed. But they did introduce the sparkles and the glittering with the Queen Clarion dress. So I do think that there is an option there, maybe to just have a transition between both, where like some sparkles appear around the outside of the dress, and then maybe it just shifts color from blue to pink and then pink to blue. I think that would keep everybody happy because I keep seeing like, I want the blue dress, I want the pink dress, and there's a lot of discourse in the community about which dress color it should be. Like I said, we've already seen the pink one in promotional material for this update, but I do think it might be a little bit of a missed opportunity if they didn't do something fun with the blue dress. It doesn't have to be anything overcomplicated. It would just be nice to have some sort of transition between them. And I don't know, Gameloft have been doing really well recently with all of the outfits that they're putting out as a game. So fingers crossed that they do lean into that and hopefully we do get some sort of transitioning dress. All right, gang, that is it for this video. I really just wanted to do a quick one on that. I wanted to put out kind of a litmus test to see where everybody was at. What do you think the dream style for Aurora is going to be? Do you think that she will arrive in her regular clothes in the Briar Rose outfit? And then do you think that the Enchanting dream style is going to be a dress that changes color? Are you team pink? Are you team blue? Whatever it is, let me know down in the comments below. In all honesty, it doesn't really matter because we're going to find out in about 24 hours time anyway. So I just thought it would be fun to make a video about it. And this is basically a community poll. So let me know down in the comments below which side you fall on. But I'm going to leave it there for today. Like I said, I will also link the patch notes breakdown for my stream yesterday in the description below if you are interested and you want to take a look at my thoughts on that as a whole. But other than that, I will leave it there for today. I will catch you in the next one. And I will, of course, see you in the valley.